Samad, Yas'Allah, Yahweh, Al-Haynawa, Yahweh, Akhad, Samad, Yas'Allah, Yahweh, Al-Haynawa, Yahweh, Akhad, Samad, Yas'Allah, Yahweh, Al-Haynawa, Yahweh, Akhad. All right, Shalom, Akim. We'd like to start off by giving our honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakudash, double honor to our apostles, the great millstone, Ruel, peace and blessing to the house of David the elect. I was a hobbit to my left.
Kazak.
Hey, and today I want to go into a lesson. We're going to go into a lesson basically entitled, Be Content with Not Being Content. All right, because depending on your lot in this truth, different brothers have different lots in the mundane world and how it's going to play out in the mundane world. All right, the Most High is going to only equip you with enough for you to pursue the ministry. And you're going to find out, the longer you come into this truth, the more you realize that your whole life is based on you doing the works. You know, that's why I said give thyself wholly to the ministry. But along with that comes straits and necessities, all right? And only having enough to really give you the energy to do the works, all right? But you have to come to terms, you have to come upon a time where you have to be content with having necessities, man. You know?
Bible shock, and I start at verse 6.
Yep, come.
1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain.
Godliness with contentment. Now, that's not to say that, you know, if you can better yourself, you don't do it because you don't think it's godly. If you can better yourself, better yourself. If you can make more money if it doesn't compromise your integrity. But just in general, get used to things not working out in your favor, all right? Get used to understanding what's your lot, man. Because I say this because I'm young and brothers are young. And, you know, brothers want to pursue the women, or brothers might want a whole bunch of more money that the Most High has allotted for them, man. But you, at the end of the day, you're here to really do the works, man. All right? So you have to be content with not being content. You're going to have to accept the fact that your body going to have all types of needs that you're not going to always be able to desire. I'm sorry, you're not going to always be able to satisfy. All right?
For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out.
Yeah, you brought nothing into this world, so it's certain you can carry nothing out. So really, to be healthy is a blessing, man. But basically, nothing materialistic is promised to you.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters, man. All right?
We can't even take our own bodies with us.
Yeah. So, but you have to, we bringing this out because the man of the Lord, at some point and in some area of your life, you're going to have to be content, all right? You're going to have to be content. I'm sorry, you're going to have to be content with not being content. All right, go ahead.
Verse 8. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content.
It's easier said than done. We live in a consumerism society. A society built on consumerism, man. All right? Society that says buy. Society where you turn on, you know, the internet or the YouTube, they got a hamburger all polished up in slow motion with the cheese melting, all right? But you might not be able to afford to go out that day and go and get that hamburger or go out to eat with your family, man. All right, but the Most High gonna have it set up to where you're not gonna miss meals, man. You gotta be content with that. You're gonna have to be content that, you know, you might be in a mall or you might be in a shopping center, you might see really nice things, but it's above your budget. You gotta be content with that. All right, even as men of the Lord, that, you know, you got your woman, hey, you have to practice restraining yourself from trying to holler at every woman you see, man. Because for a lot of us, a lot of jakes, hey, it's like instinct to want to holler at every woman you see because you enticed by the way they shape and the clothes they're wearing, right? Because the reason why you have to practice restraint, all right, because that's going to take away from your works, man. We don't want to be average men in this truth, man. We want to be elite servants in this truth, man. All right, and when it's all said and done, we don't want to question in our mind, did we do enough? All right?
All right, let me jump down since you said that. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 12.
Yep.
Fight the good fight of faith.
Hey, fight the good fight of faith, man. And I was walking inside the store, you know how Edomite said Christian gospel songs? I was walking inside the store, and it was a song that was like, fight the good fight. And it was just encouraging. I'm like, man, you know that's the Most High. It was like, fight the good fight, man. It's a fight. You fighting to be in this truth. You got to fight your flesh. You're gonna have to fight your mind, which is a part of your flesh. You're gonna have to resist adversity in your life. And guess what? The fight means that you're still producing in this truth, you're still studying, you're still praying, you're still believing, regardless of adversity going on around you, man.
Can I add something?
Yep.
You know, part of us overcoming the world is us overcoming ourselves, man.
Yep.
You know, overcoming our flesh, our desires, because it's a part of this earth.
Yep.
You know, in this wicked system, man.
And this system draws it out of you. This system draws that out of you, man. All right? It draws out that lust, man. Esau can't sell a product without attaching sex to it, man. All right? It draws out covetous. You know, we live in a first world society where you eat based on what you have the taste for. You know what I mean? You eat based on what you have the taste for, man. But that's gonna come to an ending for a lot of people in this country, man. All right? And you're gonna have to learn how to just deal with the basics the Lord gave you if that's what's meant for you to be excellent in His ministry, man. Because like I said, we don't want to be average men in this truth. Nobody really respects a C student. Hey, everybody respects somebody that went hard on what they did, man. And we want to go hard for you, how about Shemal Shai? Because you only have one time to do it.
Only got one time.
You only got one time to do it. It ain't like we could bullshit, then we die, come back, and we get a chance to do it again. This is the only time we have to fulfill this prophecy that we woke up, all right, and we cursed up the so-called white man. We came back to our nationality. This is the only time we had to be great, man.
That's something about to say.
Nah, y'all mind if I join?
Yeah, come in. Build your legacy. Build your legacy. Hey, man, you got boxers and athletes who are millionaires. Because y'all brought that to my attention. Build your legacy. You got athletes who are millionaires, but they'll go to another country where it's cold and live nomadically like a wild man just to get in a certain spirit. Kobe probably hardly ever enjoyed his money until the end of his career because he gave himself wholly to that Grecian shit, man, that basketball world, man. But he was an example. That nigga was an example. And the proof on that, Apostle Paul pulled out examples from the Grecian world, man. All right? Would you have some, brother?
Yeah, I got that going into what you're talking about.
Yep.
This is 1 Corinthians, all right, chapter 9, all right, verse 24. It says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but
Yep.
one receiveth the prize."
Yeah, 'cause going back to many are called, but few are chosen, man. There have been a lot of men, Lord forbid, is us, that came into this truth and left. Elder apostles, they talk about them all the time, the 92 count, that 92 era. When it was cool, they had them braids and that beard, man. You know? But after the year 2000, they left, man. All right?
And it says, "So run that ye may obtain.
Yep.
And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things."
Run that ye may obtain. One of the elders in our camp always brings up this question. Why do you do this, man? We run that we might obtain. We want that crown placed on our head, man. We want that crown placed on our head. And part of one of the key requirements in this truth to be in this ministry fully is balance. We ain't got time for other bitches, man. And I said it like that. The most I gave you your woman, but everything outside of that, a lot of times is folly, man. The more time you give for your flesh, that's the less you give it for the spirit, man. So those feelings of restraint and you feel in prison and you can't go out and preach your flesh like you want to, that creates space to enjoy wisdom.
Yep.
And we learning about the earth again, man.
Yep.
All right, go ahead, bro. I'm not the scripture speak.
And it says, "Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown."
Guys like Kobe, Floyd, Michael, they did it to obtain a corruptible crown, that championship, that notoriety, all right, in the mundane world, all right? Having a documentary made about you on ESPN Classics.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Tennis shoe name after
The city tool and that. And you did for that, man. That's corruptible. And when he old heads talking about the basketball players from that time, I don't know them niggas.
Yeah.
They came and went.
Yep.
All right?
And then them niggas, when you see them niggas, they barely can walk.
Yeah.
slumped over. Yeah.
Their wife took half of everything they had. Come on, man.
And it says, "Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible."
But we an incorruptible. Going back up and said, "Run that ye may obtain." And the thing, I'm willing we stay in this thing and we the elect, the things that we about to obtain is incorruptible.
Yep.
You know that feeling when you get around brothers, especially brothers from out of town, y'all come together, right? and they feel like, man, this is beautiful.
Yep.
Imagine that never stopping.
Yep.
Because when you get around brothers at the camp, then you hit, that grief hit your spirit like, damn, this about to be over with in a day.
Yep.
By tomorrow morning, I'm gonna be back on the plantation.
Niggas.
Back around niggas. But guess what? In the kingdom, it's never gonna stop.
Yeah, man, I was driving down the street, dropping this Edomite off, doing the rideshare shit, and the name of the street, it was called Lively Stone Road.
Woo!
You know? But how we are, you know, in the spirit, man, we charge each other up, man. So you can only imagine when we're in the kingdom where it's not temporary.
Yeah.
You know, you in the kingdom where everything gonna go your way. So everything can't go our way here, because that's a false balance. In order for us to have it eternally, we gotta lack it on this side, and it hurt.
Yeah.
What you brothers feel, we feel it.
Yeah.
You ain't alone, man.
We in the trenches with you.
Yep. I got a precept to match with brother just read.
Trenches.
We in the trenches.
But speaking of the trenches,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good. It's
Fir-
not so.
1 Timothy chapter 2, beginning at verse 3. 1 Timothy, let's like it. 2 Timothy, excuse me. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
Yeah. Endure hardness, man. Necessities is hardness. Only having enough to continue on the next day, or you gotta hustle for your food, that's hardness, man. But even if you got more than what you even if you got more than some brothers, you still gonna have hardness in some way. Because you got brothers that's in authoritative positions in their jobs, but then demons be gunning for them, you know? It's hardness is more than necessity, man. But and part of this truth, like you get into, it's about really about overcoming that victim mentality.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
man.
Once you understand why the victim mentality leaves,
Yep.
once you understand why I can only make a certain amount of money, then the victim mentality leaves. Once you understand why the Most High only wants you to have one woman, man, the victim mentality leaves.
Well, we fight for it.
Now you're not gonna get mad at Keisha when she rejects you, man.
Yep.
All right, cause she wants allotted for you in this truth, man.
You ain't gonna be aroused by Keisha anymore.
Yep.
You know, that's what it levels to. You
Yep.
see, you start, you know, discipline yourself, you know, and once you tap into the earth, the desire change, man. All right?
Yeah.
You don't want to deal with simple women, man.
Yeah.
All right? A woman that can only play dress up, man.
Yeah.
All right? That ain't your desire anymore, man.
Yep.
You know? So when you come into this ministry, man, you supposed to level up, man. You're not supposed to just be, all right, a brother that know the basic precepts, and then you know you go through the motions. No, man, you supposed to be leveling up. This is our earth, man.
Yep.
You know, you supposed to be tapping into the source. First you tap into the scriptures, then you tap into the earth, man.
What it say in Baruch? As it was your mind to turn straight from your high by Shema Shah, so be returned, seek him 10 times more.
Yep.
We ain't got time to bullshit.
Yep.
The most precious thing that we have is time. And once the Most High reveal a gift to you, well, okay, this is part of my life. To read into this, it's over with. You're supposed to go hard in it, man.
That's building your legacy.
That's building your legacy.
The legacy start here.
Nobody, look,
Sit.
we talking about, you know, we get a lot of lessons on Maxine, and you see Esau scaring the world with Crown Royal 19. Every time you turn on the world news, they pushing that fear. They fear. Meanwhile, the Most High have all types of cures in the earth.
Yep.
We ain't got time to be bullshit, man, in the flesh.
Yeah.
It's called delayed gratification.
Yep.
In the kingdom, we gonna be on that Wilt Chamberlain level.
Yep.
All right, but right now, we got work to do, man.
Like you mentioned in the cars, Quan, we're living during the restoration of Israel, man.
Yeah.
And it takes us being deprived of certain things because there's so much repairing that we gotta do
Yeah.
on ourselves.
Yeah.
Imagine how much you gotta deprogram yourself from this matrix, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's a thing where it gotta be constant because from the womb, they was getting at us, man.
Yeah.
So us coming to this knowledge, man, hey, this takes time.
Yep.
You know?
You know, it takes faith. We go into the herbs. It takes faith to take some herbs. Some herbs you read about, and you'd be like, well, I speak for myself. I still got to get deprogrammed. Because my instant reaction is, man, they can't get rid of that so easy. It can't be that easy.
Yep.
But then you'll push yourself to take it by faith, and you be like, damn, why how about Shema Shah?
Boy, knocked it out.
Yeah. Because Esau didn't credit the reality, like that term that Priest Abaya used, you thinking that you sick, but he does that, the same reason why your mechanic might tell you something wrong with your car, so you go and buy, spend the money on the mechanics.
Yep.
Right? Let's say do with the medicine. But the medicine comes from the earth, man.
So going back to us needing that time, that's why we deprived of what we want.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, delayed gratification. The Lord, He's dealing with that, man, because this is what we doing. We're building. This is building, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna finish this off for you. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4 down to 5. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
Hey, separation creates purity. When you separate from Babylon, the Most High start purifying you. Hey, all those purification agents, they're bitter.
Yep.
Tell me I'm wrong. And when you want to plug from Babylon and you don't spoil your flesh like that, you do feel bitter because you're deprived. But that bitterness, it purifies your spirit, man.
Yep.
You start thinking soberly, man.
Yep.
You know?
You deal with reality.
You deal with reality, man.
Your body starts functioning,
Yep.
more efficiently, man.
Yep.
All right, it starts getting rid of waste, more efficient.
Yep.
Not so clogged up.
Yep.
Your memory becomes better. You know, everything is here is supposed to benefit us, man. And going back to the beginning of creation, when the Elohim was saying it was good or
Yeah.
to wild, all right, they were talking about everything they created. So everything was made for our good, man.
Yep.
Got something out there.
What's what it is?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it off. Entangle themselves with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
That he may please him who have chosen him. Hey, he called us in this thing, man. And soldier goes back to what? Solitude?
Yep.
Solitary? All right, so that's part of that separation and the rebirth of the new creature. And you gotta kill the old man, the birth the new man.
Birth the new man.
So how can you?
It's a painful process.
It's a painful process, man, because a part of you is dying for water. And how can you fully develop the new creature if the old creature's still living?
Yeah.
It's like an underdeveloped child.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, how can you build a new building with the old building standing?
Yeah, man.
Tear it down.
You gotta tear it down, man.
And pleasing your flesh, excessive living in the flesh, man, that's for the old man. The flesh should never get tired of that, man. You got all the energy in the world to kill yourself, man.
Yep.
You know, but you watch an Apostles video, you start getting sleepy.
Yep.
You know, you got to cut. You got a cut off button for the spirit. But that flesh, man, it's night shift, huh?
Unlimited, guys.
Unlimited, man.
Unlimited souls.
No, hey, unlimited data, man. This, you know, yeah, bro.
And if a man also strive for
Hey,
masteries,
strive. Think about the fight. All right, going back to what Sirach 4:28.
You strive for the truth unto death.
Strive for the truth unto death, man.
The Lord shall fight for you.
How about Shema Shah should fight for us?
so we fight for him, he gonna fight for us.
Huh.
And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned except he strive lawfully.
He's not crowned except that unless he strive lawfully, man. All right. So hey, we gotta going back to being temperate in all things.
Yeah.
All right, not bullshit with the word. All right, we really ain't got time to be entangled in Babylon. We ain't got time to be having petty. I'm just gonna be honest, man. You shouldn't be worried about your hair. I'm gonna say it again. That shouldn't be your main thing that you worried about, man.
Yeah.
We got things we gotta get into, man. We got Jake. The way the world is turning out, Jake is watching our videos for ulcers.
Yeah.
We ain't got time for that bullshit, man. You know?
Yeah, cause who gonna braid your hair in the concentration camp?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, we're not knocking if you got it, but I'm just saying, come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
Hey, man, we got weightier matters, man.
Yeah.
This a royal priesthood, man.
Yeah.
You know? And I got the Proverbs 18:1. It says, through desire,
Yeah.
a man having separated himself, seeketh and intermeddleth with all wisdom.
You think about the times when things didn't go well with you and women and certain chicks and certain opportunities, you ask yourself, but then later on, the Most High revealed to you certain things in the spirit and wisdom. You was like, man, if I was entangled in that, I would have never received those revelations.
Uh-huh. Yep, exactly.
And then when you receive those revelations, it's like I would have never built up those people that watched the video.
Yep.
When you put those revelations on wax, you're like, man, those people would have never been edified. If I was, cause them 4 hours you spooned up with old Garrett, nothing is registering in your spirit.
No.
All right. So I noticed that, man, and I know y'all have had those same experiences.
Yep.
I'll try my best to get like certain skills and shit that it's easy to get, but then I couldn't get it. Then I thought, man, if I was out there pursuing that hours and hours away from my source, I wouldn't be the spirit like that, man.
Yep.
But some brothers can be the spirit like that,
Yep.
but it just wasn't for me.
Yep.
All right.
And you with the woman, man, you know, the flesh is there, the flesh getting stronger, but see, your spirit really don't want to be there, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's the end goal with the woman, man, but look what we fighting for, bro. Man, you see these brothers, got brothers over there, bro. We gonna have acres of women.
Yep.
You be listening to El Pascal Bar, he ain't lying. What he's saying out of the scriptures, you gonna have parades of women. Like, man, right now, like you said, it's a payoff.
Yep.
But I'm gonna get a quick precept.
Just make a point.
You got it.
100%, because, like, you know, we watched that video, that Jake was talking about how these niggas out here hustling backwards.
Yep.
If you trying to heap up women to yourself and do all these things now, you ain't got no power. You hustling backwards, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Them acres of women gonna come when we have that standard lifted, when we have the power. All right. That's when that's gonna come, man. But first, you gotta separate and tap into it, man.
Exactly, bro.
Like what Solomon said, she bringeth me all things. You know.
So-
So I get it, but you got it, bro. You got it.
Something that Mike Tyson said in one of those latest documentaries. He was like, man, he wanted women. He wanted the glory of the fighter, the boxer. He get all the women, but he said he knew that came with being away from a certain period of time to reach his goal, so he could get those women. Same thing in the truth. We want women too.
Yet is he not crowned except he strive lawfully.
Lawfully, man.
And, lawfully, which they say strive means to fight or compete. Lawfully goes into discipline.
Woo!
You know, it takes discipline to, especially if you got access to the woman, but you say you just don't cut it off for a higher purpose, man.
Yeah.
You know, we fighting for a crown, bro. You know, I'm gonna get a quick precept. 1 John chapter 3 and verse 3. And every man that have this hope in him purifies himself.
Purify himself, man. The separation causes purity. It's a purification process. Separation causes, you deprive in the flesh. That period when you deprive in the flesh, that's a purification agency.
Yep.
Proof on that is when you go on a fast.
Yep.
When you're on a fast, you 100% depriving your flesh of all pleasures. And what happens? You feel bitter. What happens after that? Your spirit feels pure. Your mind is sharper. You have a real clean bowel movement when you get done. All right, because your body to purify itself. Same thing in the spirit, man. All right.
Purify himself even as he is pure.
Yep. Hey, even that scene is pure, man. All right.
We're trying to be like Yahweh Shai,
Exactly.
you know?
So, and this, we say we Israelites and all that, but that's reality to coming back to our nationality. And part of that great reality is you unplugging from the captivity, the spirit of your captivity, man. All right, did you have something, guys?
Come, I'll get that Wisdom Solomon. This is Wisdom Solomon chapter 7, verse 7. Wherefore I prayed and understanding was given me.
Yep.
I called upon the Most High, and the spirit of wisdom came to me.
Yep.
I prefer her before scepters and thrones,
Yep.
and esteem riches nothing in comparison to her.
Then you was going into earlier, if you up here, you hustling backwards trying to get all these women, but you ain't got no fucking power.
Yeah.
Going back to Scarface, man.
Yeah.
It was like, look at this guy, man. He's trying to get the woman. He was shoot his game with the female. It's like, man, when you get the power, you get the woman.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And once you kind of mingle with certain women, they want a guy that has some type of power, man. All right. But in the kingdom, we're gonna have real power, man.
Yeah, and it's a dagger for you, Jakes, that's all into your looks, man.
Yeah.
The woman don't give a shit about our looks, bro.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Looks is for her. That's vanity. That's her thing. You know what I'm saying? They gonna pursue us because we're gonna have that power. And I tell you, bro, all this week, I've been imagining brothers with spiritual power, man. I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like brother said, that's when they gonna come, you know?
And because we was talking about that the other week, I came up with the same assessment, man, same conclusion. The Most High, because brothers got, receding hairlines. I got the receding hairline. Brothers have certain styles,
Patchy beard.
patchy beard. But you ask yourself, we the most beautiful people on the planet Earth. Why did the Most High make men like that? Why do so many men have that? Because the Most High don't give a fuck about how you look as a man. Like,
Jake Short and shit.
some of it is the curses.
Yeah.
But the Most High didn't make a man to really be cute, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's some Grecian Roman shit where you marring your beard and you trying to, you got the taper, the
Smooth
yeah.
face.
Yeah.
That was the woman thing. The woman's glory is that dresser with the mirror, and she had all the jewelry by the mirror, and she had the different things for her apparel. That's a woman's glory. I think it's power. Men want power. That's why you have muscles. That's why you have testosterone. Testosterone makes you want power. So I'm saying to say, going back to your heritage, you're not supposed to be out into your looks. You got a guy by the name of David Downer. He goes into masculine and feminine energy. He said when you care about the skin complexion and you focus on like your hair and just different things like that, he's like, you're not in your masculine, you are in your feminine. That's a feminine energy. You know?
Shopping all goddamn.
Yeah, shopping all the time, man. And we gotta make ourselves shop. You know, cause we got our passions like, you know, stones and incense. Your wife gotta remind you to go buy a new shirt, man.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Hebrews chapter 13. Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 5. Let your conversation be without covetousness.
Yeah, and this is the kingdom of covetousness, man. Esau have you thinking that you're not complete unless you get the new iPhone. The new iPhone came out. It just came out. So whatever you had before that is trash, and you trash for not upgrading, man.
That one up spirit.
That one up spirit,
Live
man.
in America, 'cause a nigga can be in the 2020 Ferrari, but another nigga pull up in the 2021. He feel like he ain't got nothing no more.
Yeah.
You know, now he got to go do some more shit to try to one up that nigga, man.
Yeah.
And it's all vanity, man.
Yeah.
Both of you niggas in captivity.
Yeah. Driving and the white man get paid off for all of that.
Yeah.
You know, Esau got you and Esau's little monopoly board, man. See, we do the spirit of power. How about smell shot? We flipped over the monopoly board, man.
That's right, bro.
I said the Saints gonna take the kingdom, man. We're not working all our lives to have some big pretty house to put on Facebook.
Yeah.
You
Put
know,
one woman in there,
one woman in there.
and she running your ass.
Yep.
You know, fuck this shit.
Yeah, man.
There's a image. I'm not sure if a brother had painted it, but you know, it's a very good picture. It actually shows the wicked leader Edom playing Monopoly on these Jakes' backs. Like the Jakes are bowed down. They're on the ground and they got their arms folded. And you know, there's a caption in the photo. They're playing a game, but they're on these, you know, Israelites' backs. And the caption says, all these men have to do is stand up. And they, you know, I forget, you know, the whole caption of what they have read. But that's us, man. Who will rise up with me against the evildoers, bro?
Yeah.
Bro, the Lord made everything for us. It's just we got to get through this little bullshit, and we gonna have it, you know?
And you have that ego thing in your mind. You have a rap video playing in your mind. That's why it tells you in Wisdom of Solomon, the 9th chapter, that the mind museth upon many things. You will see yourself in third person, being admired by people. Or, you know, everybody it's different for everybody. But before I came into the truth, I used to want to be a rapper, you know? Then so you had those things playing in your mind, you're on stage, you rapping. Oh man, that's weak, man. All right, you gotta get that out of your mind. All right?
And you notice with Esau, they don't gotta flex and show what they got.
Yeah.
They just got it.
Yeah.
You know, Jake, you know, you are pretentious, you know, flamboyant, you show yourself, but the people that own everything, you never see them.
Yeah.
You
Don't
know?
know who they are.
Don't know who they are, man.
And that's the nature of a real elite, a real billionaire. You got millionaires jogging past you. Hey, good morning. And you work for them. You don't even know it. All right.
Finish off for you. Hebrews 13 and 5. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have.
Once again, that's not to say you can't better yourself, man. But your energy and your focus shouldn't go to that, man. Because I know for a fact, the Most High, it's a certain thing, it's a certain setup that the Most High gave every particular brother. And then once you step outside of that setup, there's no telling what'll happen and what you'll lose for it. So if he give you that one woman, man, all right, you can maintain your spirit with that one woman because it creates balance. All right, but when you start getting multiples, or you start pursuing other ventures that's outside the ministry, man, what happens is things that you would have been growing in, you're no more growing in that area no more. Something comes with something. Everything comes with a price, man.
And will you be willing to let it go?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Bible shot, can I read down to verse 6? And this going to be it, bro. And it says, for he have said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee.
Yep.
So that we may boldly say, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me.
Hey, Most High put you in countless situations where you realize the Most High is helping you, man. I'd have been in a situation, I know you brothers have been in situations that he took, I just step back some too. He takes power from you, man. The reason why a lot of things don't work out for you, because the Most High got to give it to you, man. All right? But your main focus is really supposed to be this ministry, man.
And it's going to take boldness from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the fact, like going into, the fact we being deprived so we can keep our edge.
Yeah.
It's going that emboldens our spirit so we can face what's coming. Because imagine, well, like the brother had said, you in a damn camp, you really gonna be thinking about having your hair braided or just any type of vain, you know, thought. You're gonna be thinking about, you know, getting the newest whip.
She texted me back.
Or yeah, did this chick text me back? Or what about this other chick? You know, don't know what's up with her. Your mind ain't gonna be on none of that stuff, man. It's gonna be about, you know, is the Lord with you or not? And that's why this gotta be our focus, man.
Yep.
You know, focus in on this, you know?
Yeah, man. Hey, cause trust me, hey, you show your actions, or you show your faith by your works. Part of your works is your patience.
Yep.
You show your faith by you accepting. Then you know I'm gonna get out of this shortly, man.
Yep.
Hey, with Maxine and the country is being oriented to where if you don't have certain things implanted in you, all right, you can't. Hey, that's exciting.
Yep.
Now you know exactly where we at in the prophecies.
Bro, we're in the greatest time in history.
Yeah.
Like you said, bro, this is the only time we got to do it, man. So now we all got to step it up. You know what the elder's saying right now? This is boosting my faith, man. This is the only time we got to do it.
Yeah.
You know, because and it's gonna be a beautiful thing for the brothers that have been holding it down, have been strong, bro. Hey, man, when they finally do it, when they finally pull the plug on this system, you know, it's what we've been patiently waiting for, man. The reason why I'm saying is because the elder brother Malcolm, he been, you know, talking to one of his Amalekite clients, and he, you know, she been conversing with him for years. It's about different things going on in the world, and the topic they end up getting on was the microchip, and it's something she been talking to him about for a while, but just a key point. And this is good. This is great for us because we've been looking forward to this. And she's an Amalekite. Keep in mind, she made the point. They don't have to necessarily say that it's mandatory. They're just gonna make it impossible not to have it, and that's the road we headed, bro.
Yeah.
So that's why you gotta unplug. You know, people about to forsake us, man. Ain't nobody gonna want to be around us if we not, like you said, plugged into the matrix.
Yeah.
People gonna be like F us, man. And it's a beautiful but scary thing, but you gotta accept it. Our mamas might take the chip.
Yep.
Everybody we know, you know.
Wives.
So wives.
Yeah.
So that's why it's we gotta just stay rooted, like the elder getting into, you know.
Don't put too much hope in your wife, man.
Yep.
Just be surprised if she don't take it, because there's a possibility that their wife might have been your wife just for you to do the works.
Yep.
But then in the time of Jacob's trouble, the Most High had a whole nother setup for you. It might say this is how it's gonna play out. I don't know how it's gonna play out. But don't put too much hope and say, hey, my wife's gonna hold. You don't know that.
You don't know.
Yep.
Hey, because you gotta think, you know, brothers going to it. Brothers going to it, you know, dealing with Eve, you know. Hey, Eve was deceived. Eve was beguiled, not Adam.
Yep.
You see?
Yep.
So we in that same time again, and hey, at the end of the day, Yahweh Shema Shai is making preparation, man. Just because we don't see the preparations getting made,
Yep.
all right, your one woman might be replaced. Now you ready to deal with 4, 5 women in that day. Then you ready for Isaiah 1, but we got to be built up to that time, man.
Hey, Jake don't like wearing rubbers. You know, Jake never use no condoms. Jake fall in love. Hey, the Most High know why he ain't giving you what you want right now, man. You'll be through your 2, 3 more baby mamas than what you already got, man. Now you definitely have an excuse not to do the work because everybody want, you know what I mean?
We already have limited time.
You already got limited time, man. So the Most High know what he's doing. But when the Most High, hey, pulls that thing off Babylon, we in Isaiah 4:1, you could go and start building your legacy, literally.
Yeah.
But right now,
Yeah.
you know,
Time, bro. I mean, you got it, brother.
you can hit it out with that one.
Okay.
Okay. This is 1 Timothy 6 and 9. It says, I started at 6. It said, but godliness with contentment is great gain.
Hey, the great gain is the kingdom. I don't want this shit here, man. Hey, because everybody you see, every athlete and entertainer you see growing up, 75% of them are broke now. When you watch their documentaries, they've all been taken down through there by women.
Man, what happened with Prince? The apostle went into that. And like the apostle said, we'll never, like, if you want to make it in the world, you want to make it in the music industry, you'll never reach Prince's level. But even he realized he was a slave, man, and look what they did to him. They more than likely, you know, put him to death, but they turned his damn mansion into a fucking museum, man. So the Jakes that so-called make it, that skyrocket in this world, they fall victim to the curses still.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
rise like a phoenix, and what happened to a phoenix? It burns. It just, you know, because everything you've gotten is Esau. Esau gave it to you.
Yep.
The Most High didn't give it to you. You in Esau's world. He's the God of this world. So anything that you can obtain with money is from Esau.
Yeah. Hey, because it said contentment with godliness is great gain. All right, because that contentment is you being content, which is really your daily bread and your integrity. So you got those things. That's your balance to make it to the great gain, which is gonna be the kingdom where you gonna have your heart's desire, man. You know, like you said, we living. Like I say, we only got one time to set the legacy for your kingdom in the heaven, man.
Yeah.
All right, the spiritual kingdom is gonna be on the earth, man.
No, we at the end.
Yeah, this you only got one shot. You can't go back and add to your legacy. No, this the time to do it now, man. And that's why I say the brothers in the spirit to go all out. Fuck it, man. What we got to lose? You got to be in the spirit where you excited to see how about Shemal Shai gonna take care of us off the grid, man. He gonna do it. What you think he got us out here? But then we get off the grid, you know, we got to figure it out. No, man, it's gonna be things set up for us, man.
Trying to figure out if brother got a compass and roll.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, we good. Hey.
Trying to build a bow and arrow.
Yeah. We've been in the city all our life. But you know what? And it's heavy because that's Yahweh Shemal Shai's time to show his glory. Like,
that's right, bro.
When we fully be forced to get off the grid,
man,
that's the Most High's time. Hey, you
And
know?
then we getting into that ancient man spirit, man, cause Jake and that, hey, all that, cause that's really effeminate too, man. You having all these long ass conversations with these women, man.
Yeah.
Ancient man get straight to the point, man.
I like
all right? Yeah, that's the time we coming into, man. When this thing off the grid, you know, shooting game, good morning with the emojis, and hell no, man. We going to the ancient world, man.
Yeah, fuck that weak ass
You know,
shit.
that's what we coming into, and brothers should be excited about that, man. Fuck this shit, man.
I'm gonna tell you too. For majority of us brothers, if you got the thing that was inside your head, you inwardly will want this place to go down. In the back of your mind, you might not admit it. You gonna hope that the corona and all this. You gonna hope that all this stuff is not the end.
Some Jakes want it to go away.
Yeah. You gonna, if you really got all those things that you wanted inside your mind, you gonna slick wish that this is not really the time that we in right now.
I got that for you.
All right.
It's back in 1 Timothy 6:9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and they snare.
It's a snare.
Yep.
It's a snare for your soul. The worst thing you could do is put down the plow. So you get rich, and what did King Solomon say? Give me poverty nor riches. Because when I'm rich, I'm gonna forget the Most High.
Yep. Poverty, I'm gonna be out here wilding out.
You know, it's survival mode.
Yep.
Survival mode is primitive, like you don't have a God.
Yep.
All right.
And it says, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition.
That's what First Ezra 4 was about, man. But look, man, we finna get, you know what it means to get your heart's desire? Woo. Yeah, sometimes you'll watch certain things on YouTube, how the royal elite live, how the Saudi Arabians live. They made a whole car out of diamonds. You know what I mean? You got like the underwater cities.
Bro, you mentioned Saudi Arabia. Man, Ishmael over there, they got, it's one video, you see all these Saudi princes, and I believe it's on TikTok and somebody put it up on WhatsApp, all these goddamn Saudi princes, and they got a field with their sheep, and they all got pure 24 karat gold chains on, man. You know, and they just doing it to do it. Like, these my sheep, look at them, they all got gold on.
The sheep got gold on them.
Sheep
man.
got gold.
Hey, man, hey, your heart's, the thing about it, it's not gonna end. We're not gonna have to constantly check our bank account to see if you went in the overdraft. But even if you're rich on this side, you have to constantly monitor your money.
You gotta count this shit.
You gotta count this. You have fears of going broke. You have to monitor people that you are paranoid that they are taking your money. Yeah. In the kingdom, it's not gonna be an end button. You know the greatest thing, you're not gonna die. You're not gonna die, man.
I mean, quick one.
All right.
Heart desire.
Yep.
Then this on Psalm. This Psalms 37. This Psalms 37 and 4. It said, delight thyself also in the Lord, Yahweh Shemal Shai, and he shall give thee thy heart's desire.
Yeah, we don't want Esau's, which is Satan, blessing us. We want our blessings to come from the Most High.
It's gonna be righteous.
It's gonna be righteous,
Hey,
man. Yep. No, go ahead, bro.
I'm just saying because like going to these women, the Most High, you know, just me believing, man. It's a lot of women that watch that don't probably say nothing, man. And the Most High done put the spirit in them to be obedient, and he's grooming them just for a particular brother, man.
They on reserve.
They on reserve, man. We gotta take down the enemy first, man.
Yeah.
You can't enjoy the spoils until the enemy is defeated, man.
Hit this nigga first.
Yeah, so that's the mind, that's the focus. Hey, because the scripture say, Solomon says she came before skeptics. You see, it's a process. You gotta be before.
Wisdom of Solomon 6.
Yeah, it become before, man. So, hey, we doing what we gotta do now to get everything we want on the back end, man. But fuck it, we wholeheartedly desire the kingdom, man. So we wholeheartedly give ourselves unto this wisdom, man.
Yep.
And wisdom is beautiful. It ain't like it's treacherous now.
Man.
You know, we went through the initial phases of, you know, getting tried.
Right,
But
right.
wisdom is revealing now.
Yeah.
You fucking say something?
Now, just going back to what we had read in 2 Timothy chapter 2, us being soldiers of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, really initially trying to see who's going to, not trying, he's looking to see who's going to fight the hardest for him, man. That's what this is all about, what we're involved in. Who's going to fight the hardest? Who's willing to give it all up? You know? But I'm going to get something for you. You said it's not going to end. Then I'm going to get that in Proverbs, all right? That's going to be it. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 19 down to 21. And to know the love of Hamashiach Yahushua, which passeth knowledge, and that ye might be filled with all the fullness of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think.
Woo, exceeding or abundantly. Hey, the Most High gonna outdo anything we can think of. You see, he gonna outdo it, man. You know, the positions that we gonna have, the way our day to day, you know, just a regular day in the kingdom is gonna far exceed anything that we can fathom, man.
That's right, my brother.
You know? Yeah, man.
Above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us.
Come on, it's in us, man.
Yeah.
That's why we know the sons of God,
Sons
man.
of God.
Yeah.
That's not like the Elder Rakai Quam said. That's not just all right. That's not just all right. A random name. That's a position.
Yeah, bro.
In
Yeah.
existence.
Yeah.
You the sons of God. That's a position within existence, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Going back to the beginning, because you mentioned when Yahweh Shai and the Alahayim, every time, well, each 1,000-year period while they were creating, up to the 6,000 year, it says how they saw what they created by the blueprint, that it was good. And it tells you in the book of Job, you know, when they was going into the creation, I want to say this, when the Most High was talking, he was questioning Job, where were you when I created the foundation of the earth, when I laid the foundation? Then he said, when all the sons of God shouted for joy, which in the spirit Job was there, because he's one of those men. He said, but when the powers, each 1,000-year period, after they were done creating, look, you can only imagine what they saw. That's what we're going back to. But to be incorruptible, man, to enjoy that. And you know, and like I said, in Isaiah 65, mine elect shall long enjoy the work of their hands. If you're the first fruits, you made this. So we're going to enjoy it, man. That's why brothers all into the stones. More than likely, you were the brothers that were involved making them stones. You were the brothers, we into creation, man. But we got to fight to get there, you know?
Done.
I'm going to finish off for you, bro.
Done.
Ephesians 3 and 20. Down to 21. Now to him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us, unto him be glory in the church by Hamashiach Yahushua throughout all ages,
Yep.
world without end.
Yep.
Amen to wow.
An age without end, man. All right, get that last scripture.
I got you, bro.
All right, because look, man, hey, we're not doing this for nothing. We're not monks that gonna live and die unplugged from the world, man.
Yeah, yeah.
No, we're doing this for a reason, man. Delayed gratification. All right?
Like we on a mountain somewhere under a bell,
Yeah.
sipping tea, you know?
Mm,
Proverbs 13 and 19. The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul.
yep.
It's a desire accomplished.
Yeah.
Hey, because nothing, you know, is like when you wait for it and you get it, you know, you can appreciate it. Howard Shai, you know, he had to be tortured by those Romans. Now he can appreciate his spot overruling everything, man. You see? So us going through what we're going through is going to make us appreciate being deprived of particular things, you know, over rulership, you know. Hey, that's going to make us appreciate it, man. You know, ain't nothing going to be like that accomplishment, man. All the brothers good, man. You ain't got to worry about, you know, you got to try to save extra money just in case the brother need it. You know, you all got all these worries, you know, that's a beautiful thing, you know. But see, we not going to have none of them. All brothers going to be good, man.
That's right, bro.
All brothers going to get that trophy, man, that championship, that crown.
You get to see everybody win.
Yeah.
You know?
You know?
Hey, bro, y'all had any closing statements? Hey, the water for tuning in, joining in. Hey, and the water for you, Akim, and you, Akwakim, for joining in. And we want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash. The honor to our apostles, great millstone, Ruel. Peace and blessing, house of everything elect. With that, Shalom.
Shalom.